Yeah, we are live wire right here in Las Vegas with my boy, Mr. Moo Moo. Of course, I'm Criss Angel, and we have a very special guest that's going to be coming up. Terry Fator, headlining at the Mirage, has a fantastic show.
Incredible show.
Yeah, he's really so talented. He won America's Got Talent, second season. We're going to talk about that. So many things to discuss. But first up, what's going on? What's the gossip? What's going on in Vegas?
Well, I got to say, that commercial you just showed, that's the old commercial for your show, right?
That's the old commercial.
There's a new one coming out.
Yeah,
when are we going to see that?
The new one, I think, will be out in December, along with some new pictures and a whole new campaign.
Are we going to see the world premiere on the show?
We are going to see a premiere. I don't know if it will be the world premiere, but it could be the world premiere. I don't know what Cirque has planned for it, but I know there's a lot of things in the works that I've been itching to talk about over the last year, but have not been able to.
You have so much going on and so much stuff you can't talk about.
You know about it.
I know, you're like, hey, you can't tell anybody. I'm like, that's incredible. I can't tell anybody.
So do you. You have something in the works too that you are talking a little bit about.
Yeah, we're talking about
a television project.
With the Fremantle.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And you're working on a huge thing we can't even talk about.
No, we can't talk about it.
It's huge though.
It's so huge that it's not able to be talked about.
But it's huge.
But what we can talk about is the call that we did with Gordie Brown.
I gotta say,
that segue right there?
That was a nice segue. That was very
years of experience.
You know what? We're magicians, but we could have a talk show.
We could.
Well, we do have a talk show.
Yeah, we do. It's called Livewire.
It's called Livewire, and it's live.
And it's with other people like Gordie Brown, another really talented guy.
Let's just
has
go
a
down
show at the Golden Nugget.
Oh, incredible! But let's go down the list of celebrities that we've had on the show.
Yeah.
In our first year, Flavor Flav, Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Gordie Brown. Lance Burton. Who else?
I'm like a puppet here.
You're like, yeah. And this is one of our biggest stars.
Yeah, we've had a lot of. I mean, we've had Ice-T, we've had Coco, we've had all sorts of people that in our studio.
And that's not just craft services.
Yeah,
they were actually on the show.
Actually on the show.
Yeah.
Robin Leach.
A
lot of people.
Speaking of Robin Leach.
Oh,
I got to say,
another great segue. You
look
see
at
how
that.
I linked that together?
He did it good. I
so
did a little bit better. But no,
because Kevin's here, so it's giving me. I have to be on my game.
He's good.
Yeah,
but I got to say, out of all the phone pranks, I got to say this one's my favorite. Maybe because I wrote it, but I think it's pretty funny.
You wrote it.
Well, it was my idea, right?
What was your idea again?
To have Robin Leach call Robin Leach.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. That was
take a look at this Nathan Burton Moo Moo idea.
Co-production.
Do it.
Criss Angel.
Good afternoon, sir.
Robin, how are you?
I'm well. Are you feeling better?
I'm feeling better. Yeah. Did I get you at a bad time?
No, not at all.
Oh, I want to thank you for doing the show today.
Which show did I do today?
Oh, you're on it right now.
Oh, okay.
Robin Leach, this is Gordie Brown talking to you as Robin Leach. And I'm on the show doing Robin Leach. He says, let me call Robin Leach. So then, he did. And I've known you since the Caviar Dream days and always loved Robin Leach.
I'm on the floor. I need a magician to revive me.
We've got two side by side, Nathan Burton to my left and Criss Angel to my right.
Do you think he does a good impression?
I think he's got it right.
You do? Yeah.
You can go on vacation now.
Yeah, you can go on vacation and give him your phone number and he'll do your calls.
Hi, Robin. It's Gordie. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Doing well. Thank you very much. Good talking with you.
And you, everything all right downtown?
Yeah, having a great time. Doing really well. Having a great time.
Good. I'm
Thank
proud
you
of
for asking.
Hey, Robin,
All right, guys. I leave you to your fun.
Yeah! We are back right now with a very talented man. Just got extended to 2016 over at the Mirage. He headlines each and every night, or I think most of the nights. But give it up for Terry Fator right here.
Welcome to the show.
And his good friend Dougie.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Dougie. Woo!
You know what? It's so funny because you look a little like Doug Malloy.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Doesn't he like a little like Doug
Doug
Malloy? If he had the bandana.
Yeah, I spelled my name D-U-G-G-I-E. Yeah, yeah, the R is silent. Yeah.
Is Dougie high right now? I just got to ask.
Always, dude. Woo!
He is.
Yeah.
Now, what's incredible, Terry, is that you have a similar story, I think, to myself. I mean, I always say that it took me 18 years to become an overnight success. It actually took you 32 years
It took 32
to become
years.
an overnight success after winning America's Got Talent Season 2. What was that experience like?
You know, it was amazing because when I turned 40, I thought, you know, I think this dream is over, because I always thought I would be famous and be able to make my mark on the ventriloquism community. And after I turned 40, I said, no one's ever going to care about a 40-year-old ventriloquist. That's pretty much it. And then America's Got Talent came along and changed everything. I mean, I credit them for everything, you know, that I have right now. It's amazing how the impact a show like that can have.
Television is very powerful.
Without
right,
a
Dougie?
doubt. Oh, no doubt of that. What did he say? He said television's very powerful. Oh man, there's nothing like smoking, you know, and sitting there and staring at the television. I know how powerful it is.
Dougie, have you ever watched Criss Angel on TV?
He's Criss Angel?
Yeah, Mind Freak.
Probably not.
Are you ready? Are you
Holy
ready?
crap! Is that Criss Angel? It is Criss Angel. Yeah. Oh man, that's the dude that like does all the. Oh man, you freak me out. Yeah. Well, it's called Mind Freak. Yeah. Well, I lived that.
let me ask you something, Terry. $1 million. Now, can we be honest? Because I've heard a lot of different takes on that. How that $1 million is paid out by is it Fremantle?
Yeah.
Is that
Option one big check. You can go to the bank in cash.
For how much?
$1 million.
Yeah.
Option 2, over 40 years, $22 a week.
Actually, it's $1 a year for 1,000,000 years.
No, but there's
No, the truth is, they do
options.
give you the option. They give you the option. You get 40 years and $25,000 a year, which
Right.
I was 42. I figured I'd be 82 before I cashed my last check. I didn't want to do that. Or you get, it's kind of like winning the lottery. You can choose the cash option.
Yeah, which is probably like $200,000.
Yeah, it's about $250 after
Right.
taxes, and they
Right.
take, because you get less than half, and then you have to pay taxes in California because that's where the show is, and then of
Right.
course I had to pay taxes in
Yeah.
Texas where I was from, and so
California's still broke after all the time.
yeah, really. But the thing is that I wasn't doing the show for the $1 million prize. I was doing it for the exposure,
Right.
you know, and it turned into just so much more
You
with the
can't
Mirage
quantify
contract.
the value of
Absolutely
You
television.
not.
probably sold
no.
more than $1 million worth of tickets easily.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yes.
Many millions. That's just in one day.
Yeah.
And that's right. And that's all me. That's all I am.
How much did Dougie get from the $1 million, Dougie?
Well, I don't care. I take it in weed.
Wow.
Now, you have been doing this. You have been doing this since you were 12 years old,
Are you talking to?
right?
No, 10 actually.
10 years old, and he's been doing it since he was 12, right? You've been
Yeah,
part of
I've
the
been
act?
doing it my whole life, man. I've never amounted to anything.
Has Dougie ever been arrested?
All the time.
Wow.
Yeah, DUI. Woo!
And used to play fairs, and basically parties, whatever you had to do to make ends
I
meet,
did,
right?
yeah. I was doing county fairs, and it was terrible because being a ventriloquist, they always assumed you were a kids act, which I never was. And they would stick me next to the petting zoo or something, and there would be clowns running around. But I just kept honing my act. I said, you know, one of these days, if the right time comes, I want to be ready. So I had about 3 hours worth of material when I went on America's Got Talent. It wasn't what I was going to do, it was what I wasn't going to do. I had so many different things. And so Dougie actually was created for the Mirage because they wanted, for Felix,
Felix
yes.
Esper, Felix Rappaport, my former president. He's a great guy. I love
Great
Felix.
guy.
He is a great guy. Well, what I wanted to, you know, the show, I was doing shows for you know, first graders and for county fairs and stuff, and so I wanted to kind of put a little more edge to the act. So Dougie was one of those guys. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I definitely got an edge, but I know how to take that edge off.
And when you talk about, you know, you hear like in martial arts there was a thing about the 1-inch punch, which it was basically to some degree a myth, right? Is it a myth or an urban legend that people can actually throw their voice so that it sounds like it's over here? And then if so, did you ever use that?
No, it is not a myth. You can. It's what it is. Well, you know, it's impossible to make something actually disappear, but you can make it appear something disappears, if that makes sense. Well, it is impossible to throw your voice, but you can make it appear. So, like if I wanted to say, okay, I'm going to make something come from under that table. Are you there? Yeah, I'm okay. Well, you know, that's what you do. Is you just. And then
Hey,
you can,
also, I didn't know you spoke. That's pretty cool, man.
then you can create your own
Am
echo.
I high right now? And I never did drug in my life.
Yeah, I did all of them for you.
Thank you very much for taking that out of my life.
And one of the things I love to do, anytime I bring my own sound guys now, but I used to do shows and I had a different sound person at every fair I did.
Oh, that must
so
have
I
been
would,
a nightmare.
Oh, it was a nightmare. But I would get up to the mic and I would go, one, hello, can you turn the echo off? And they would be like, going crazy for that. So you can definitely play jokes.
So
with
I mean,
people.
in your own way, as an artist, you're creating an illusion. You're
Exactly.
using misdirection. You're using things that persuade people to believe in something that is inanimate.
Right. When you're throwing your voice, everything is coming out of me. But the misdirection is if I wanted it to come from somewhere else, if I wanted it to sound like it was in the couch, then it's my
You would
acting.
fart.
Exactly. I already did that. It came from this leg. Yeah, come on, quit it. So anyway, it's my reaction. So when I'm on stage and I have one of the puppets yell from behind me, I look, and where I look is where people think it's coming from.
Right.
And the first time I ever did the dissonant voice, I was so nervous about it because it didn't feel to me like it was coming out of, and I wanted it to come out of a closet. Yeah, kind of like you. No, stop it. Anyway, so
You're talking about Moo Moo now, right?
yeah, it's just a joke. But so I had this. I was doing this.
Really. It's not a joke.
So I was doing this.
Am I getting heckled by a dummy? My career has hit new lows.
I think you have some competition there.
So I had this. There was this closet way over from, and I was doing a conversation with this person in the closet, and I was thinking, oh, that was a disaster. It just didn't work. But after the show, I noticed people going over and looking in the closet to see if somebody was in there, and I realized it works. It works. So,
right?
That's right.
My Uncle Dino, he died in, I believe it was like 79 off the top of my head. And I remember going to Pennsylvania and going to his house. And he had a very promising career as a ventriloquist, but it was kind of, at the time, this is the 50s we're talking about, it was kind of like frowned upon, that in the entertainment business, because my family is Greek and it was like the restaurant business, and he actually had some success. So I want to show a quick picture, if we could, of my Uncle Dino, and that was my Uncle Dino and his dummy called Sharky McGee. He actually made that, and my Uncle Dino appeared on the Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy radio program. Now I don't know how it translates on radio to do ventriloquism, because I could probably do that.
Well, it doesn't. It does because real good ventriloquists, the great ones, create great characters.
Yes.
And so it makes no difference if you're watching this. Dougie would be fine on the radio because he is a full-fledged three-dimensional character.
Right.
So really, the true great ones can create three-dimensional characters. So it doesn't matter if you're watching him perform. Right. If we're on the radio and he's like, "Woo, how you doing? Nice to talk to you."
Yeah,
everybody knows who
your
he
lips
is.
are not moving.
Right.
But if you're on the radio, you could be and blah blah and
which is why Edgar Bergen's lips move so bad, because he did it for 40 years.
Right.
And he just got out of the habit. So.
Yes, that's the thing. He also did some TV appearances on NBC variety shows, and I just wanted to
the Flintstones.
Yes, my Uncle Dino. That's a little homage to you, and we all miss you. And I just had to do that because of Terry Fator, one of the best in the business right here with us today. So. Nice little homage.
Well, I think he struggled just like so many other ventriloquists.
Yeah.
I mean, until myself and Jeff Dunham kind of put it back into the public sphere, people just have a negative view towards ventriloquism, and it's mostly because the ones most of us see are the ones that come to their church or entertain for parties, children's parties, and they have no aspiration to be a professional ventriloquist. So people just immediately assume that all ventriloquists are not professional.
Right.
And then you have people like your uncle or like Jeff Dunham or myself who raise it to a new level and make people realize it can be used as a valid form of entertainment for adults.
So speaking of Jeff, like in the magic world, unfortunately, there's so much competition. Like, people talk trash about each other. It's kind of like, back in the 80s, East Coast, West Coast, is like you and Jeff, are you guys tight, or is there like, friction there, or?
I don't think there's friction. We're not tight. We don't know each other. I met him once. Oh, no, I met him twice actually. When I was 10, I first started doing ventriloquism, and he was from Dallas as well. So I went and saw him do a local performance in Dallas, and I told him I was just starting, and he took me to a little workshop, and so it was a huge inspiration to me to get started. He does not remember that. I do. It was a big deal to me. It wasn't a big deal to him. and I've met him now, but I don't feel any kind of animosity or friction. I mean, we're really two completely different types of entertainers. He's a comedian who uses ventriloquism. I'm a singer, impressionist, and a comedian who uses all of that to do it. You know?
I think it would be hysterical to see you and Jeff with both your dummies talking, having a four-way conversation. That would be an interesting episode.
We actually have a question for Dougie.
Yes.
Question for Dougie.
On the came in on the internet, wants to know, Terry and Dougie, are you guys touring anytime soon?
Are we touring anytime soon?
You know, we tour all the time. We're in fact, we're going to Troy, Ohio, coming up on December 14th. We're doing Canada on December 15th, and we're going to be doing about 40 dates next year, where we just go all over the country. We want to make sure that the people that can't make it out to Vegas can come see the show, and also it gets them excited to come to Vegas and see it. You know how that is.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to get out there and gives you kind of both sides of the spectrum, right? You have a home base here, and you get out there and you tour, so it's you kind of also get a sense of keeping your finger on the pulse of what's going on in the States, and not just be sheltered in Vegas, which is kind of a surreal place to live, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing, is I just don't want to get caught into the black hole of Las Vegas, to where everybody else around the country forgets who you are and that you're there. You know, we want them thinking about us, even though they're not here. We want them, when they come to Vegas, you know, don't you want people to go, oh, the one show I want to see is the Criss Angel show. And I'm the same way. People would say, oh man, I saw him when he was in Troy, Ohio. You know, I want to see him when he's in Vegas. So it's all about that.
We actually have some footage from your show.
Oh, okay.
So let's give people the opportunity to check you out. Here it is.
I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. You make me feel like
How do you like my stimulus package?
Now, what's interesting is that we're seeing, you know, the glossy, the beautiful, the perfected images right there. Tell us about the craziest things that might have happened to you during a performance, whether in the audience or on stage. Everybody has a good story.
You know, the funniest thing I think that ever happened was I have this Elvis impersonator, and he's the world's greatest Elvis impersonator. He calls himself that, but he doesn't know any Elvis songs.
So, sounds like Mateo.
so I go in, and I'm doing an introduction. And I said, you know, I've got this guy. He claims to be the greatest Elvis impersonator in the world, and I just met him before the show. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the world's greatest Elvis impersonator. And the guy in the audience, who apparently was an Elvis impersonator, thought I was introducing him. He got up and walked on stage, and he's standing there. And I said, yeah, well, I wasn't embarrassed, but he was.
Like, what do you do?
And I looked and I said, well, I'm sure you're really good, but I wasn't talking about you. And he was just, oh, sorry. So we went and sat, and I went and got the other guy, you know,
so
the
you
puppet.
didn't let him do a song?
No, definitely not. Well, it was a showcase. It was one of those where you get 20 minutes, and I was not going to give him, you know, 3 minutes of my 20 minutes.
Wow.
But it was a funny story. But
that's great.
You know, and then occasionally I will mix up the voices. Just in fact, on the DVD that I have, the Live from Las Vegas, I mixed up. Yeah,
you can
that's
buy
still
that
available
on your website.
Yes, you can, and you can. I buy it on Amazon as well.
Yeah.
But we have we got a brand new DVD coming out next year, and it's going to be it's the new show that we're doing.
Awesome.
But on that, I mixed up the voices of Michael Jackson. I was doing a Michael Jackson routine with my cowboy puppet, and he started talking as Michael Jackson, and just it was, you know, I just had to kind of make it up. I don't know if that ever happens to you when something goes wrong.
Every night, something always goes wrong, and you kind of have to make lemonade out of lemons.
That's right.
You know, but that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it live. You know, and for me, having that in contrast of television is what makes my career exciting, because I get to experiment in both forums. You know,
that's awesome.
Mediums, I should say. We should go to another question. What do you say?
Hold on. I was talking to Dougie while we were showing the clip of Terry, and Dougie and I were talking. You don't even know about this, but Dougie would like to interview you and ask you a couple of questions about your life.
Sure.
Dougie, go ahead. Ask me.
Okay.
This is the first on Livewire.
Do you? I got a question. Do you celebrate Wana?
Wait, Wano. What is that? That's my new holiday. No, we're coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas. No, it's Wana. It's gonna be. I tell you, man, it's gonna spread like weed fire. Yeah. Okay. What is Wana? Well, what do you do? Well, we bake and then we bake some more. In fact, we spend the whole time baking. Yeah. All right. So and then we greet each other with the official Wana greeting. What's the official Wana greeting? There you Wana, dude. Okay.
So
What if nothing says the holiday like Dougie?
What if they don't know the official marijuana greeting? Well, we have another one. What is it? Hi. Okay. So that's Dougie and his new. Yeah, I got a poem I wrote. Really? Yeah.
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay, it's about that guy with the white beard and the red hat. Yeah, Santa? No, Willie Nelson. All right. So what is it? Okay, 'twas the night before Wana. When all through the house not a stoner was stirring, we were all soused. The baggage were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Willie soon would be there. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I fell out of bed to see what was the matter. Away to the bathroom I flew like a flash, dumped my herbs in the bowl and flushed all my stash. The moon on the rest of the new fallen snow, I smelled a smoky smell that wasn't tobacco. When what to my wondering eyes should appear, then some old guy in long johns full of Wana cheer. The little old guy, man, what a survivor. Dude had 8 reindeer as designated drivers. The reindeer were cruising to the rooftop they came, and I almost got buzzed at the sound of their names. On Jim Beam, Glenn Fittich, Jack Daniels, Bacardi, Captain Morgan, old Granddad, Harley Wallbanger joined the party. Into the sky, getting high, soaring over, bringing joy to the world and a heck of a hangover. When the baggage were hidden where no evidence could be found, that old guy floated up the chimney with a bound. And I heard that dude holler as he flew out of sight, marijuana for all! Anyone got a light? Okay.
Wow! Yes. Now, whoever wrote that obviously has a lot of experience with pop.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, I'm sure.
To be able to actually write something that's so provocative in the subject of...
well, happy holidays, really.
Marijuana. Yeah.
So let me ask you, let's go to a video question. What do we got?
Hey Chris, it's Walt. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for having me on. My question is actually for Terry. Terry, I'm actually a big fan of yours, and congratulations on everything that you've accomplished so far. My question is, how does a person get into being a ventriloquist? I've actually been toying with the idea of becoming a ventriloquist, and I was just seeing if there's like any like DVDs or any kind of like instruction books or anything like that that a person could pick up to learn more about the art. Thank you.
Good question.
That is a great question. Right. And I learned from a book, Paul Winchell wrote a book called Ventriloquism for Fun and Profit, but luckily nowadays there's a fantastic online ventriloquism course. Tom Crowell, he spent hundreds of hours putting together an amazing course that teaches you how to do the ventriloquism, to work a puppet, to write your own material. It's learn-ventriloquism.com. I highly recommend anyone who wants to get into the ventriloquist business to do it. It'll teach you everything you need to know.
What did you think of like Sherry Lewis, Lamb Chop?
Huge fan. Love Sherry Lewis. You know, like I said, I was influenced by Jeff Dunham, Edgar Bergen. You know, you mentioned the Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy show. Big influence on me. So anyone who was doing it, Jay Johnson from Soap. I don't know if you even remember Soap from the 70s. You know, loved those guys. Willie Tyler and Lester.
How about Sesame Street?
Of course, yeah. Sesame Street, the Muppets. They were just enormous influences. Just because I don't know if you noticed, but when we're sitting here talking,
is that really considered to be?
It's not, but it's puppeteering. But if you notice, as we're sitting here chatting, I mean, Dougie is taking part in this, and that's all just sitting in front of the TV when I was young, watching Sesame Street and the Muppets, learning how to.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. See, I got to act like I'm not stoned.
What does Dougie think about the Elmo controversy?
The Elmo controversy? What, is he gay? No, I don't think so. What's that?
You don't know about the Doug? You don't know about it? It's a big thing.
Well, tell us about
it.
It's a huge thing. Yeah. He had sex with a minor. It's a whole.
Who?
Elmo. The guy who was.
The guy or Elmo the dummy? Or
they were dating, but he was underage. He was like 16 and he was 14.
Well, I think he's the dummy is doesn't have an age.
Well, no, it's not Elmo. It's the voice of Elmo that was with a. Yeah, it's true. I'm not making this stuff up.
I never heard it. I haven't heard of
Dougie,
it.
Okay.
No. I never had
I was trying
sex
to
with
say
a
something.
minor.
I was trying to keep it topical.
I'm-
You guys
I'm-
are like,
No,
what
no,
are we
no,
talking
no,
about?
no. I hear you. I hear you. I feel
I'm
you.
still a virgin.
Oh, really?
That's a good. There's a segue right there. My question is this: rock and roll groupies, magic, not so much. I've been very fortunate, but but ventriloquists.
All my groupies are
Groupies?
in their 80s.
No,
They were all fans of the Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy
Oh yeah.
show.
So, but do you have people that come see your show multiple times?
Oh yeah, no.
That send
you know
you
what?
crazy things.
We have
like,
great.
Here's a sock.
Well, that's an interesting story. When I got lots and lots of letters from people and emails from people when I was on America's Got Talent, and they said that their kids would go up to the sock drawer, get a sock, and put it on their hands when I would perform on America's Got Talent. So hopefully we're inspiring people. But we don't get a lot of crazy things. But we have a lot of great fans who come out and see the show many, many times. And I'll get emails and letters. I don't personally do my Facebook. I have a company that does that. But my wife has a Facebook page, and a lot of them, will email her on Facebook, and they're very.
So do you
nice
ever
people.
screw with your wife? I mean, let me rephrase that for a second. Do you ever? She probably knows you so well. It's like me doing magic for Sandra. She's like, oh, it's there, because she just knows me so well. Yeah. But do you ever try to throw her with a voice or like?
Taylor hates ventriloquism. She hates
hates
puppets.
it.
She hates puppets.
Wow.
She doesn't. She
Doesn't it
won't
pay the
allow
bills?
me.
Doesn't
It
it
pays
pay
the
the
bills, but
bills?
she won't allow me to do it when I'm not working. So
Really?
it's like, because she says I'm a workaholic. I'm a person that would work all the time if I could.
So
to keep me alive, because I'm 23 years older than her. She wants me to live.
Welcome
a
to
little
the
longer.
club, brother. Yes.
Very nice.
So that's what can happen to you if you're a ventriloquist. You practice hard. You can get a wife 23 years younger than you.
So let me ask you something. That's a beautiful.
There we
that
go.
does deserve applause.
She's
Yeah.
not amused.
Yeah.
She's not amused.
Now-
I'm looking at her.
Now,
Here comes the dog.
look, yeah.
Here comes the dog.
So when you come home, so does she go with you? I know you bring your dogs.
Yeah,
to the
she's
show. Does she go
actually
with
my
you?
assistant in my show, and
Okay.
so we work together, we travel together, and but when we go on vacation, I have two phones. One is a personal phone that just has family on it, and the other is a business phone. She won't allow me to bring that on the road, and I'm always coming up with ideas. So we'll be sitting on the beach in Hawaii. And I'll go, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be funny if I had a puppet that did this? And she would say, yes, that's very funny. Write it down and don't talk about it again until we're home. Until we're back home. So she won't. But it's good because my mind, I won't turn my mind off otherwise. So
yeah, but you're still thinking those thoughts.
yeah, but
But
it's
you just
it's,
don't let her know about it.
Exactly.
That's
So
all you
and
do.
she just doesn't like to talk business when we're on vacation.
Right.
She really knows how to
Well-
separate the business, and it's been very good for me because when I go home, we have 5 dogs. We play with the
5?
dogs.
Wow.
Yes, we play with the dogs. We spend time as a family, and then when it's time to work, I work, and when it's time to not, I
A couple of times I ran into you on the plane. Yeah, and
Oh,
when
yeah,
he,
yeah.
when he flies, he just sleeps. He brings a pillow and he
I do.
sleeps.
I bring my own pillow.
And by the way, I know that you did a bit about me. I don't know if it's in the show anymore, but you used to do a thing with a puppet that would float, and he'd say, "Oh, that's Criss Angel. I just saved you $150."
Wow.
Was that the bit?
That was the bit.
You
Yeah.
should put the bit back in there. Put the bit. It
Yeah,
doesn't
we did that
offend
for a
me.
long time. I wonder
Yeah.
if it's. I'm not sure if it's on the DVD or
All
not,
right,
because
well-
when we were doing it, that was. But yeah, it always got a great laugh.
Yeah,
so-
I'm sure.
so.
Carrot Top, his whole show is basically
It is.
poking fun at me.
It is. It's great.
Yeah, I'm a source of material, which is fantastic. I just want a little piece, you know what I
And
mean?
what kind of dogs do you guys have?
We have a German Shepherd. We have an Italian Mastiff who is 130 pounds.
Wow.
We have a mutt who is a mix between a Chihuahua and a mini pin. We have a mini pin and a Chihuahua.
Wow.
So,
Well, you have like,
and 4 of them are rescues.
oh, that's awesome.
And does your wife have a charity? Is that
She
right?
does. Yes. Can she come out here? real
Yeah.
quick?
Yeah,
Come
sure.
on out here.
Come on.
So my beautiful
Yes.
wife who
This is
does
the-
not like puppets.
This is the one that's
It's
23
not like
years
puppets.
younger, right?
Can we,
She's
can we do
23
this
years
under one
younger.
condition?
Yes.
Can you have the puppet sit on her lap?
Yeah.
Come on,
Come on. Welcome.
Come sit over here
Wow.
and put the
my
puppet
wife,
on your lap as if you love
at
the
that.
puppet.
All right,
Dougie,
that's cute.
getting fresh.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Look,
She didn't even. She didn't even like Sesame Street growing up.
She's
So
like, get it off.
wait, do you count the money though?
Oh yeah, every night.
Yeah.
Once we get through our marriage.
Wow.
Well, this is going to be.
thank you for that, baby. Thank you so much for that.
Is Dougie ever in the room when the magic's happening?
Dougie
had to guess, what would you say?
Probably
No.
not.
No.
Probably not.
Good guess.
Chris does magic. when
I don't think the
he's-
magic
yeah.
would happen
It's
if Dougie was in the
magic.
room.
There's a big difference between magic and ventriloquism, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's
No,
the
we're all
difference?
He has puppets.
But the puppets make money.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, Terry makes the money. That's why the puppets stay at the Mirage, and we take the money home.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, she didn't even like
I
Sesame
bet
Street
you she
growing
would
up.
like a puppet if it was made. It was like the
Of money.
money
Made of
puppet.
money.
There you go.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
hundred.
Of diamonds.
Yeah.
Or a credit card, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So you're the assistant. And
Yes.
what is your job entail? Handling the puppets?
Yeah, not much, actually. I have a very easy job. I pretty much just stand there.
You stand
Yeah,
there?
It's very difficult.
She takes the puppets. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
so
do.
You remove the
I
puppets.
do.
I mean, she doesn't have a phobia of puppets. She just
No,
doesn't.
I'm not scared of them. I just don't.
Would you put your
She doesn't
hand
get
in
it.
their-
Like I watched the Muppet Show.
Well,
Yeah,
that
she
was-
does. She'll
Yeah,
put her
I'll-
hand in and because
Dougie,
when she
do you like when she puts her hand in your thing?
Yeah, I do. You know, she always wears a glove though.
Terry
No
does
glove, no love, as they say, right?
Dougie, do you watch her change backstage?
Yes, actually.
He's usually on stage.
He's usually on stage.
Yeah. That's
You can smell him coming.
Yeah, you can see it
Definitely.
coming.
Smoky smell that wasn't tobacco.
Wow, this is turning into a completely unique part of ventriloquism.
So- no, so-
X-rated ventriloquism.
So
we love it.
she it works with a group called Heaven Can Wait. And tell
Yes.
a little bit about
Well, we were talking about it because you have 2 dogs here in the
Yes.
studio.
And they're rescue.
Absolutely love them.
They're
Yes.
rescue.
Oh, I
Actually,
wish
3 if you
everybody would
include
rescue them.
Mateo.
Oh.
We rescued him.
Yeah, it's from Mexico.
Well, we were involved with Heaven Can Wait. We still are. There's a luncheon for Heaven Can Wait at the M Resort on December 9th. But what they do is they try to solve the overpet population here in Las Vegas so we don't become like other countries, because we've done a lot of traveling and we see, even in Texas, we've seen a lot of stray animals, a lot of stray dogs suffering on the streets. So, and we obviously like to rescue animals, but unfortunately that's not enough. What you have to do is you have to spay and neuter your animals
Yes.
so they don't keep reproducing.
Bob Barker.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
So Heaven Can Wait, they focus on Chihuahuas and Pit Bulls because here in Las Vegas we have to put down more than 30,000 cats and dogs every single year. And because of their work, that number has been decreasing. So.
Well, and I always say that if you want to have an animal, if you have the means to get an animal, just go to the local shelter. You know, they're going to be destroyed.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
she would have been destroyed 2 days later.
Oh my gosh,
So,
and she's such an amazing dog.
And we have right here in town, if you want a shepherd, of course, we have VegasShepherdRescue.com. And that's where I got my 2 shepherds
We have some of
from.
the highest numbers in Las Vegas for animals going through
Yeah,
the
it's-
shelters.
it's-
More than New York City, just
You know,
because we have more land.
It's
a huge thing.
really sad, and also a lot of people. You know, I think we're one of the highest states in foreclosure, so a lot of people lost their house.
Exactly, and they
left
abandon their
animals there. I
animals.
rescued a cat, 2 dogs, so trying to do a little part. But if everybody just goes out there and just if they can
People
afford
still buy
one
animals
dog,
from
yeah.
pet stores.
Yeah, which
people
is-
people don't know. So if
yeah.
we can just bring the awareness
And you
around.
can get a
just-
pure breed. Those are both pure
Exactly.
breeds. You don't
They
to
have
buy
some
them.
incredible animals down there at the
Yes,
shelter. Just go and find them.
absolutely.
You can find the same animals in a shelter weeks later after they're bought. It's really sad, but just don't go to the stores,
Yeah.
go to the
Don't be a
shelters and
dummy.
rescue. Exactly.
Yeah, see
That's
the
a
tie-in
good
right
callback
there?
right there. Write that down. That was a good
Yeah,
callback.
just use that right there.
That was good.
So it's fantastic.
That's probably
We got
good.
another question though for your lovely husband. So stay right there.
Okay.
Don't move.
Hang out, hang out.
This is ratings.
Hey, Mr. Fator, this is Cameron here. Do you make your dummies, or is there a place I could purchase them?
I think your wife makes the dummies for you. Right?
No, I don't make the dummies. I don't have any creative ability when it comes to crafts or anything like that. But I have several companies that I use. But one of my favorites is Steve Axtell in California. They're very they're the cheapest of all. I mean, the other ones that I make are very expensive. I get them from the
Like,
same.
how much can a
the
dummy
same-
cost
What's
you?
the
Like,
most
what's the most
expensive-
expensive?
Take a guess first. Don't tell them. Take a
Yeah,
guess.
Let's have a little
I
competition.
would okay.
Let's see who gets closer.
Okay, I would say the most expensive dummy because I know Michael Curry.
Hold on, which dummy is it in the show that's the most
I haven't
expensive?
I haven't seen these
probably
dummies.
Winston the impersonating turtle. Oh, this guy here. This guy here is
Okay, I would say if I had to take a guess, 15 grand.
What do you think?
I'm gonna 12.5.
That's horrible guesses.
20.
Way off.
What is it?
50,000.
50,000!
And you have to get 2.
Yeah.
And then you have to get a photo puppet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because but these are made. This guy here was made by the same company that.
Dude, you're expensive, man.
That's a lot of weed.
That's a lot of ganja.
That's a lot of weed.
Yeah, holy.
You're a big baggie.
Yep. So,
50
but the thing
grand.
is that these guys were made by the same company that works with the Jim
That's why I
Henson
don't like
company.
puppets.
So they're like the top of the line.
Hold
They're
on
the
a second.
same ones.
How many, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is very important to your wife. How many puppets do you have?
Oh, we have
10?
tons.
10?
I've got I've probably
have
got
more? Shoes?
30 or
Her
40, but
shoes?
30? Wait,
we have
well,
tons.
Look at that. That's 50.
No,
that's
they're not all that expensive. Just
okay.
the
but
ones.
you have
I've got-
150 G's worth of puppets, 100 G's at least.
No, at least
Think
200,000. Yeah.
200,000. So think about how many pairs of shoes.
Yes,
Or how many
But
animals we
wait a
could have
minute.
saved.
We don't want to discourage the guy that just asked the
was
question.
good. That was
Wait a minute. We don't want to discourage the guy because that's if you're you have a show in Vegas. Okay, if you're making the money you can afford it. But that's why I said Steve Axtell because his ranges from several hundred to 4,000 or 5,000 for a custom character. So if you want to go to axtell.com and he has tons of puppets, just tons of different ones that you can choose from and just buy off the shelf. So if you want to get started, but if you want to have one made, you can go to axtell.com, email him, and he'll make one from scratch for you.
What I was going to say was I believe that when I had no money, I had to force myself to be creative. And that really separates the men from the boys. So in the beginning stages, it's probably more important to use your imagination and to take a sock or something that looks untraditional, unconventional.
And that's
should
what I
say.
had to do
right.
when I first
and
started,
then create
yes.
these characters. And then when you have the resources, then you're going to develop something that really makes sense as opposed to waste your money.
Exactly.
Like a
and
lot of
that's
magicians do.
What
by
I
the
would
way.
do is I would just go to a store, a toy store. In fact, the 2 puppets that I used on America's Got Talent were puppets that I bought on at a toy store. I just they were $50.
Did you have a problem because you had it on national TV? And
Yes, they sued me.
They
after.
did?
They did. They
Really?
sued me. They said they were the reason I won America's Got Talent.
So how did that work out?
Well, we had to settle. We had, and it went on for years and years and years.
Really?
Another
so,
reason
so
I don't like puppets.
If anything, you can say that's helping market there, which they
that's
paid
what
to
we
take.
would think, but they didn't. They just got angry about it, and so that's if you're going to just start and you're going to do it around, you just buy a puppet at a toy store. Otherwise, go to I highly recommend Axtell. He's wonderful. He didn't pay me to do this. It's just I have a couple of puppets in my show that he did. And they're great, and he's a guy that won't mind if you get on national television. You drop your $700 for a nice
Well, you said
puppet.
his name 14 times.
Yeah.
So he should be very happy right now if he's watching this, right?
We actually went to see Ron Lucas's show last time he was here in Las Vegas.
How was
and
the
he
show?
knew it was good. He knew we were in the audience, so he actually.
See, you're gonna get the dirt with her. He's gonna tell you the political answer.
She's gonna be like,
she's gonna tell you it sucked. It was great. It was what
He
is
had
it? 1 to 10.
puppets,
1 to 10.
so-
Give it a 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
9.5.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you give Terry's show?
I'm in it.
So what do you give?
10.
Really? Okay. So it's
Yeah.
only 0.5 less.
Yeah. Well,
Now,
if he had me,
if you were out of the show, what would you rate it?
Oh, I can't even imagine his show without me.
I agree.
Okay, but back to my point. So Ron Lucas actually, he knew we were in the audience, so he said, I don't have the same amount of money as Terry Fator does, so he takes his shoe off, takes his sock off, and starts working with his sock.
And
Really?
working with the sock. He does
So he
this
made a whole
routine.
bit out of it.
But Ron is one of those guys that's like, he set the bar for ventriloquists. In fact, the reason
He's really,
my lips
really
don't
good.
move is because I watched Ron. I had a video of Ron, and I studied it, over and over and over, learning how to talk without moving my lips. So he's amazing.
Does your lips move when you have your hand?
Try it.
It's.
Can you try it? Can you just try it?
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's hard.
It's not easy, is it?
No, it's hard. You got to do the whole even during this interview, he's been working. We can't even tell, but he's. We just sit and talk, and he's working.
He's not working. What are you talking about? Dougie's just sitting there chilling. What are you talking about? He's working. Yeah. Let's take another question. I think we got another question. We're going to play a little game.
Oh, yeah?
A little game's coming up.
We love
Let's go to another question.
One more.
Hey Terry, I'm a folk musician from Boston, Massachusetts. What would you be doing if you were not a famous ventriloquist?
That's a good question.
Wait, he's a folk
I would
Not
still,
me.
Wait a second. Instant replay that one.
Whoa.
Let's reenact that.
Okay, I'll be her, you be you.
Okay.
You guys be quiet. Here we
Okay.
go.
We come back. What would you be doing if you weren't a ventriloquist?
Not me. Hey.
That is fantastic. That was really good, baby. So no, I would still be doing ventriloquism. I mean, it was that's what she
Look
said.
at Steve
She said,
Flynn
not
right
me.
now.
He said, what would you be doing if you weren't a famous ventriloquist? She said, not me. That was awesome.
I hear the Black American Express getting cut right
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're cut off.
You're cut off.
Oh, no, I think he knows I'm worth it.
Yeah. Wow.
That's awesome,
Wow.
baby. That was
We need
really
to keep her away
good.
from Sandra.
Yeah.
Separate.
Amy.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what's
definitely.
great is
Yeah.
we joke about it because people think that
Well,
she's
people are gonna
a
say
gold
it anyway,
digger.
so might as well just
and-
go with
How
it.
old are you?
It's
if you don't
like
mind me asking.
19.
No, for real.
24.
24? Okay.
But the thing is, you know, I mean, look at her. She could have anyone. She could get a
He
20.
keeps telling me I could get
She
Taylor
could-
Lautner, but Taylor Lautner hasn't told me this. So.
Well, hold on. Talk to him right now, Taylor.
Hey, you know, my name would be Taylor Lautner if we got married.
She's got bits.
Yeah, she's got.
got
She's,
bits.
I see a future of
Yeah.
on stage, like her own show.
Yeah.
That'd be an
It's
11.
be called No Dummies.
Right, exactly.
A show for dummies or no dummies.
But the
I have to
answer
ask.
is, was,
okay,
I
go
would
ahead.
be doing ventriloquism because I was doing it before, and it's what I love to do. So I'd still. Be
So
doing
you
it.
would have done it no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We're
You
the
love
same,
it.
we're
You
the
love
same
it. Yeah,
way. We
yeah.
wanted to do magic all our lives.
Yeah, it's true. I was a babysitter doing kids parties, which kind of sucks. So I don't know if I'd still be doing that, but I'd be doing magic to some degree. Now, Stu Stone is a avid wrestling enthusiast, and he has a question for you. Stu?
I just wanted to know if you catch up with WWE. There's a character called Mr. Socko that was very popular. Did he inspire you in any way?
No, I don't know. I don't watch WWE, so I would.
He did a thing. What did he do with the sock?
Yeah, he
right?
had a sock. This guy was like a hardcore wrestler. Then he started using a sock puppet. He ended
As
up
if it was
becoming
his
a
alter
multimillionaire
ego,
with it.
or like
That
he had a
is so
fight with
funny.
his. It made him go crazy.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
think I probably inspired him. That's how it worked.
Yeah, well,
And
I would imagine
and
if
I
he's
want
been
my
doing
cut.
it for 32 years. Yeah, it was a sock. He had a sock on his
amazing.
foot, so like America's
go.
Got Talent, he should be able to sue him.
There you go.
Yeah.
And congratulations, you just signed 4 more years.
I
with the
did,
Mirage.
yes.
2016.
Isn't Felix amazing to work for?
He is.
We
We
love
love Felix.
him.
We just love Felix.
Does he call you and text you like 10 times a day?
You know, he doesn't, but he
doesn't.
does
He-
ask. He does ask for a lot of different little things. He's like, I got a friend coming into town. Would you meet? When it was like, so of course, Felix. Of
Yeah,
course. You know,
he's a
so
great
he's
guy.
wonderful. We
Let me
love
tell
him.
you something. He's a really good friend of Nathan and I, and he'll do anything for you.
Yeah,
he's a
he
really
definitely
great
will.
guy. Do we have any other questions coming up? Oh, we have. Would you ever consider doing a Criss Angel doll as part of your show? But I kind of answered that before. That
He's
was
sitting
from
right
Robin.
here.
Thank you very much. We look a lot alike, don't we?
Just
Yes.
kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
No,
we
not
do.
at
We
all.
look a lot alike. Before I got the haircut. Yes, exactly.
Well, let him hold on. Would you do a Criss Angel doll on your show?
Would I? You know, you never know. You never know. The ideas are always coming, and so it's.
What songs would he sing?
That's a good question because
Well,
I don't do speaking impressions. I only do singing impressions.
Well,
so.
Chris has his own song.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I had no
several,
idea.
It actually has several albums.
Yeah. It's
Wow,
all
I
good.
didn't know that.
It's
I had no idea.
No, he was a
big deal.
huge.
Yeah, I also did a little ventriloquism for about 10 years over at the Wynn, but at the MGM, but the Hollywood Theater. But it's not a big deal. No, I don't like to brag, you know. I don't like to brag.
Don't you have your dummy here?
I do have my dummy here. I'm gonna go get my dummy.
Okay.
Can we put Dougie? Do you mind hanging and watching the show? I'll be right back. We'll meet you over there. Let me go get my dummy.
Okay. Yeah,
Hold
get
on
your
one
dummy.
second. We're gonna play a little game.
Here we go.
I'll be right
Come
back.
on over.
Hold on one second.
Go.
Jeez.
Watch the light. Watch the light.
All right. Let me just set him down over here. Come over here, Terry.
Terry.
Okay.
It looks so real.
This cost me about $400,000.
Okay.
I don't like to brag, but you just put your hand up his ass. so
Okay,
it
here we
works.
go.
Hold on. Let's come over here.
All right, fantastic. There we go. So how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Thank you so much for asking.
Wow.
Does anybody have a question for me?
Yes, actually, Nathan, you want to go first?
Yeah. What's your dummy's name?
We call him Maestro.
Maestro. Maestro, are you a girl or a boy?
Oh, don't ask, don't tell.
This is gonna be a fun segment. Your turn.
No, I just wanted to know, is Nathan Burton's magic show really, really good?
Well, I like the adult show where he comes out naked. That's my favorite part of Nathan Burton's show. It's wonderful. I judge it by
Obviously he hasn't
inches.
seen it. We've got a competition that we got to have.
I got some more questions.
Right.
Have you seen Criss Angel's show at the Luxor?
Yes, but he keeps disappearing. It's weird.
And have you ever seen the guy that plays in Criss Angel? Actually, have you ever seen Nathan Burton naked? Because I heard he was hung like a Tic Tac.
Yes, I have. I judge him by centimeters.
Wow.
This segment sucks.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Let's save this segment right now. Welcome to Stu's Corner.
Stu's birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy
Stu.
birthday. Do you have anything to say to Stu for his birthday?
Say happy birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
That's it.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Are we going to
Wow.
play a game?
This
Yes,
is great.
can we play a game, please?
Yes. What's the game, Stu?
Thank you. We're going to do a little game here. Of course, Terry is one of the most brilliant ventriloquists on planet Earth. We've seen that. But he does a lot of...
Hey, get away from the door. Get away from the puppet also.
Drug dog.
Oh, my God. That's $50,000. That's a lot of shepherds, my friend.
That's a lot of magic sets right there.
Okay.
He also happens to be one of the world's greatest impersonators. And, well, we have a little challenge between Mr. Moo and Chris here.
Yes.
Loser's going to have to pay the winner a cool G.
$1,000.
$1,000. Come over here.
$1,000 on the line.
All right. Here we go. Wait, what are we playing? 5? How many? I need the rules.
These guys are going to do, it's the first person to get 3 correct is going to be our winner. In lieu of us not having a bell here, I'm just going to look for you to raise your hand if you know.
What happened to the bell?
We don't have a budget this month.
Steve Parker?
Steve Parker, bell, please.
We don't have the bells?
No bell.
No bells.
Relax on the bells. He's going to do an impression with the Maestro dummy. And then you guys are going to guess who it is. Whoever gets it right, whoever gets 3 correct first, the loser's going to pay the winner $1,000.
Okay.
You guys both agree to that?
Yes.
Which would be about a finger of...
Right. By the
Dougie.
way, I'd like to invite Dougie to my official birthday after party. Me and Dougie got a lot in common. All right. Are you ready to go, sir?
I'm ready to go.
All right.
Yes.
Impression number 1.
Okay, here we go.
I'm watching a monitor. It's really funny, actually.
Do you believe in nothing?
Oh, that's Cher!
Raise your hand.
You have to raise your hand,
I
Nathan.
did. I went like this.
Nathan.
I went like this.
I'm going to go with Cher.
Nathan's got 1 point.
Yeah! Oh.
You gotta just go like that.
Okay. I have to stand up then.
Yeah, you better stand up.
Hold on.
Why are you taking the chair away?
Because it's in my way.
It's for $1,000. He's gotta get
I went to
serious
go
here.
raise my hand and got stuck on the chair.
All right.
All right. Number 2. Let's go.
Here it goes. Here we go.
Raindrops on roses and whispers on kittens.
I'm usually good with this shit.
Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
We have a guest here.
I don't know.
Barbara Streisand.
Very good.
Really?
I was kidding.
Wow. That was turning me on.
Whoa.
2-0. This man is 1 answer away from winning $1,000.
I've never been to
All right. You bite his ass if he puts his arm
Of
up.
course, Nathan, a huge Streisand fan.
Yes, of course.
I win, but I don't win.
Okay, this is gonna be so easy. Okay, here we ready? That's right, I'm ready.
Trying to think of which one to do. So
That's right. Yeah, I gotta think about this for a second. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Hey, what the hell's going on here?
Chris.
I would
Chris
say,
has a guess.
I would say that's the Fat Albert guy that did the comedian. Yeah. Wait, hold on 1 second. How long?
For an answer.
The time?
Need an
What's
answer.
the time? Oh my God.
Don't call me fat, you son of a bitch.
Fat Albert. No, that guy.
Incorrect.
No,
Not
it
Fat
wasn't
Albert.
Fat Albert. It was the guy that did his voice.
Bill Cosby?
Bill Cosby.
Not
No.
Bill Cosby.
Oh, I don't know that. I'm
Jeez.
sorry. Who?
Elmo.
Not Elmo either.
Okay.
The answer.
No, that's not right.
Cartman from
Eric
South Park.
Cartman.
Oh, I
Yes.
don't watch the South Park. I don't watch the
What'd you say, Fat Albert?
No, I said it sounded like Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
One of the Cosby kids.
No,
Right?
Stu, wait, Stu.
If,
That's
if he was on
right,
a
just eat the
telephone,
Jello pudding pop, son of a bitch.
Wait, Stu, do your Bill Cosby. Do your Bill Cosby, Stu.
do Bill Cosby, Bill.
No, not with the not with that. No, don't mess with
No,
that.
just do it.
No, we'll do
Come on, no, do it, do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Pudding pop shake.
Bill Cosby.
I think his Bill Cosby was better.
Not wrong.
Okay.
All right, hold on. What's
Okay,
it's
here
2
we
to
go
0.
now. We're
2 to 0.
gonna do this now.
2 to 0.
How did you guys both not
Chris,
get
I'm
Cartman?
gonna make this so easy for you, okay?
Some of us have shows in
Now
it.
you gotta do this now, okay? You gotta do it really.
Wait, is he doing it right now?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
I know the song. I don't
When the
know
world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore.
We have a guest right here, Nathan for the win.
He's looking at Doug saying what it is.
Nathan for the win.
No, go do another one. You just saw Doug. No, I can't.
I didn't see that.
I don't want to cheat. I'm not a cheater. I am not Lance Armstrong.
I'm gonna guess.
Is that too soon?
Dean Martin?
Too soon?
That's right, Dean
Dean
Martin.
Martin!
Dean Martin.
You looked at him. He just no,
All right,
no
one
way.
more, one more.
Shish
What did
kebab.
you
One
say?
more.
What did you say?
I didn't
All right,
say
here we
anything.
go.
I said
All right.
no. I said I'm not a cheater. I'm not
Hold
Lance
on.
Armstrong.
All right, so this
Too soon?
sudden death.
Okay.
Sudden
Now
death.
this one.
One question, $5,000.
Wait, hold on. Let's see. It's Chris agreed to this.
No, I already won, but I'm giving you a
You didn't-
chance.
What are you talking about? You won. What
I
did you?
just guessed it, Dean Martin.
He was sitting
Now,
over
I
here
am
going.
the referee here. Hold on a minute.
Sudden death. One
You
question.
did look. You did look
cheater.
out. You did cheat.
He's got a bandana on his head.
Nathan and Lance are like this. I'm not talking about Burton now, okay?
He's willing to go
Sudden death.
Sudden death for $5,000. Are you down?
I'm down.
$5,000. This is getting out of hand.
Wait, let me
Okay,
see
here
if
it
I
goes.
have $5,000 on me right now. Hold on a second, okay?
Now we're gonna see which one of you has the right sexual orientation, okay? Okay, here it comes. And I was like, baby.
Oh, that I got that. I got that. Bieber, Justin
Justin Bieber for the win!
Oh no!
Chris, of course, gets that.
I only know that because he called his tour Believe.
how'd you know
that? Great.
Because he calls his tour Believe, and
I'm a huge fan.
And he went to go see him in
I
concert,
did.
and I had to hear about all the songs. He had to sing them to me.
$5,000 winner, Criss Angel.
5,000.
And ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Maestro and Terry, everybody.
Yes.
This is the humiliation. I don't do the Justin Bieber. Humiliation.
What did he say?
I don't know. Can we get a translator in here, please? What did he say?
He said, this is humiliation.
We'll see you next December 15th for Loyal Saturday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you. God bless you.
Shout out to
Live
the
your
charity.
dream.
The charity for the
And
dogs.
the charity.
Oh yeah, Heaven Can Wait.
Heaven can wait. Yes.
It's on a good note.
Yes, and we love you all. Thanks for watching. And we're going to be coming right up, live, with our next show, which is called
Next.
Don't move. Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah.
Be a ham.